So guys, this video we are going to talk about routing in the Angular. So how to add the new routing or based on clicking how to navigate user to different pages without refreshing. Right? So in this video I'm going to show you all about the routing. So as you know, this is our code base, right? So this is our code base, and here I'm going to create another folder called pages inside our app, and I'm going to generate two components, right? So two components I'm going to generate. So how to do that is go to your basic Angular, basically Angular project, and go to src and app, and here just open the cmd, use the command called ng generate c, that means component. So basically this is a short form of command. If you want to add a lengthy command, you can do like this: generate component. Likewise you need to do that, but this is a short form of that, ng generate c, that means component, and it should be come inside the pages. Create a directory called pages. Inside that I need to add page 1 component name. So basically the after slash, it's basically a component name. So page 1, right? So this is a page 1. So I'm generating. If I hit enter, what happening is now you can clearly see one of the directory get created, and inside that directory you can able to see page 1 component. So naming convention you need to define with the standard way, but this is I doing for a showing purpose, right? So likewise I'm creating another component called pages inside page 2. Anyway, before generating that command, let's go inside this pages. Now you can able to see the page 1. Inside we have kind of a file. I will explain you in a bit, right? So now if I run the same command with the updating a page 2, that's a page 2 mean that's a different component name, but it should be come inside the pages. If I hit enter, another component also get created. Look at this, like this. Now let's go to our VS Code and close all of these because it make you confused. Right now you can able to see the pages, and if I expand these pages directory, you can able to see another two directory, that is page 1 and the page 2 components. So basically it's a components. So if I expand one of the directory page 1, you can able to see page 1 dot component html and page 1 dot component scss and page 1 dot component spec ts, and finally page 1 dot component dot ts. So html, you know, this is our html template, and the css is basically if you have any style related to this particular component, you can define in the css file. And the spec file is basically if you want to write a unit test or test cases, you can use this spec ts. That's the reason ng, if you run the testing, so you can write your testing assertions inside this spec ts, right? So likewise in the page 1 dot component ts is our typescript file, right? So it's belong to this particular component. So whenever you generating using this ngc and component name, it always generating a 4 files. That is, one is html, second is css, and third one is spec file, and the fourth one is the typescript file, right? So this is a page 1. So let me update the html with the different name here, then we can easily understand that this is page 1, right? Now if I'm going to do the same thing in the page 2 as well. This is page 2, right? Now what I'm doing is, you can see app routing module.ts. Open this file. and the route at your first route here, the path is basically slash. So here I'm not going to mention, instead of that I'm going to redirect to page 1. Right? So now I'm going to define right now the path. Again, it's a page 1. The component, if the page num1 is the string of the URL, then what I am doing is I am just load the page 1 component here. If it is basically if it is a page path is basically page 2, what I am doing is I need to show the component called page 2 component, right? So we don't need to add a slash here, and we need to add the wildcard also. The path is basically not match, then we need to show the component code. I need to generate that as well here, so let me generate. Pages not found. Right, so now let's check it out. Not found also there. So now I need to mention that is not found page. So the first route is basically, if it is a root route, then what I am doing is redirecting to page 1, that is page 1 component, right? So if none of these are there, basically the incorrect URL coming with the URL, so what happen is I am redirect user to not found page. Okay, now let's see now. Okay, it's up and running. Let me check. Okay, it's up and running now. And also guys, make sure after generating, so basically if you are generating using CLI, in the app module, in the declaration array, it automatically get added the component names here. Look at this: page 1 component, page 2 component, and not found component. So these are already get imported when you are generating the component through CLI. That is the beauty of the CLI, right? So suppose if these get not import automatically, then you always need to import it manually like this, right? So keep that in mind. Suppose if you face the issue, you need to add. So I will show you that as well. If you are suppose not added this page 1 component, so basically if you are not added this component into declaration, what kind of errors will be get occurred in the UI. I will show that as well. So now I have added that path. Okay, so let's see now where it was. If there's any errors, I stopped, but okay, it's up and running now. Okay, why it is not showing here? Seems like an error. Path cannot start with slash. Okay. It should be empty. So if it is the root, recompiling again, voila, this is now showing this page. This is page 1. So likewise, if I use page 2, it's redirect. Okay, it's not showing this page 2 here. Okay, if I use this page 2, then I'm getting not found page basically. So why it is happening? Okay, I forgot, I checked the code here, so I forget to add the path here. So basically the page 1 and 1 is basically referring to, and the basically the same path calling different components. So that's the reason it's jumping into this not found component. So to prevent that, what you need to do is you need to replace this page 2 with the page 2 path string name. So if you after do that, so what happening is if you are go to a page 2, right now it's able to see this is page 2. Likewise, if I use page 1, what happen is it shows the page 1. So if you are entered invalid URL like something called sign up, so in this case it always get redirect you to not found page. So that is all about the routing. So how to add? So right now you saw that we are always adding the new URL here, but based on some clicking event, how to do that? So that is what your question is right now. So to do that, let me add another button here, page 1 and page 2. So let's go to app component HTML, and here label is page 1, and I'm adding another button, page 2. Basically, okay, this is info, just keep it as it is. Okay, little bit ugly right now. Let me update with the different color. Okay, let me open the button info. We can use the secondary then. Okay, we can use the primary, and this is secondary, right? So, and also I want to add the gap here. So to do that, what you need to do is margin right 1, margin right 1. So if you do that, what happening is it's showing, it's basically getting added some gap between this button, right? So now what I need to do is I need to add route link, right? So I need to add the route link, and it should be basically page 1. So page 1, if I click this button, what happening is it will redirect us to page 1. Likewise, we need to apply the same thing in the page 2 as well. So route link page 2. Now save, and it's basically okay, it's get compiled. Right now you can see page 1 is active. Now if I click page 2, page 2 is showing. If I again click a page 1, it's basically navigate us to page 1. So this is how basically the routing is working. If I click page 1, it shows the page 1. If I do page 2, if I click a page 2, it shows the page 2. So this is all about the routing. So keep in mind guys, I just teach you the basic concept of this Angular. Then you can develop your own application and get some experience, and you can get to know more in depth about Angular. The problem is basically why I come up with the video is because if I go through the YouTube videos, they are teaching everything in advance, very difficult to grab, right? So as a beginner, you know what, it's very difficult. So that's the reason I basically simplify the video and showing everything for you. Then you can grab the basic concept very quicker way, and you can implement basically you are get ready to implement the any applications soon as possible, right? So it will make you to prepare to develop application very quick. Why I am simplifying this is basically I don't need to worry about the technical terms and all, because these are basically make you confused, right? So that is the reason why when you are learning the framework or libraries at the very first time, you will get confused and it taking a long time. That's, I'm not saying anything wrong about that, But the thing is, if you have the basic understand of how it's really practically working, then it's not a problem to understand in depth about that topic. This is how I learning the things, because at the very first time when I was learning, I'm not caring about the technical terms and all, but what I'm mostly care about is how it really works. After that, if I grab that particular concept very clearly, then I will go in depth about how it really work under the hood and the technical terms and all. So this is how I'm learning. This is the way of learning style, right? So this is a easy way basically I'm teaching to you. So yeah, yes guys, I hope you understand the routing concept, how it defines the routing, and how to clicking through events, how to navigate to different route pages, right? So, and also you saw that if you click the one of the button or the pages, the event button, it's not refreshing the pages. It's basically the pages are dynamically get rendered, right? This routing is basically the basic routing, but if you want to go more in advance, like if you have a futures or future modules and that particular future module has a child routing and how to do that child routing and all, so that those things I'm not going to cover through this video or upcoming series. So in this video purpose is to show you the basic understand of routing. So I hope you enjoy this video. Then let's dive into the next video.